we're going to tell you how to learn marketing in 2025. I'll start first. I think one of the best ways to learn marketing, there are a lot of great creators, short form creators on Instagram, for example, right? You have Alex Garcia. I think he's fantastic. There's a couple good newsletters out there. There's Marketing Brew. There's the Newsletter Operator, which is a community, for example. There's a Slack community, right? I think it's worth it to pay for these to learn because everyone's teaching each other. There's workshops every week. They bring in guest speakers and all that. Plus, you learn from other people. And building your network, I think especially if you're in your early 20s or so, you're going to learn a lot that way. Our way of doing it in the past, sure, you can read books and everything. Seth Godin is kind of the marketing master, right? I don't think books are the way because by the time a book is out, it's already outdated, right? So I think it's best to listen to podcasts. There's Marketing Against the Grain. There's this podcast. I think there's people to follow. The Marketing Examined on Twitter. He's great to follow as well. And there's just a lot of these people sharing case studies and they're motivated to do so, whether it's on Twitter or whether it's on LinkedIn. Who else is good? 𝗖𝗛𝗢𝗧, Poyar on LinkedIn. He shares a lot of insights on like LinkedIn account-based marketing, and he has all these like case studies and things like that, right? So I'm just name dropping a couple people. I think you'll find who best fits you. Like you might like brand marketing, you might like short form, you might like creative or whatever. I think you got to figure out what that is first and then go find these people. Don't be like one of those weaklings that appears on an interview, for example. And when you get asked the question, how do you get better at your job? It's like, oh, I just, I read blogs and I listen to podcasts. I'm like, okay, what do you listen to, right? And they can't give any answers. Don't be a weenie.
The best way I would say to learn marketing, and it's a similar answer to the past, but there's actually a quite twist because of AI. How Eric and I and most people learn marketing is you go and you create your own WordPress website about whatever topic that you're interested, or Shopify, and you try to go get traffic and sales or leads or whatever your goal is. And you have to create content, you have to promote it on the social web, you have to build links, and you can use these AI tools to help you out, whether it's translate and transcribe into multiple languages like HeyGen, or whether it's something as simple as using ChatGPT to help you do research so that way you can write better blog articles, right? And what I would recommend is go start your own website and go look at your traffic on week over week basis and try to grow it. And if you don't have a ton of money or resources, that's okay. And that's actually even better. You should go and see how the tools out there, whether it's SEMrush or Ahrefs or 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗓, or Eric has a lead gen tool, account-based marketing lead gen tool on LinkedIn. There you go. Use some of them to help you out and see the results week over week. Some weeks are going to be great. Most weeks are going to be terrible. Learn from your failures and adapt and keep focusing and doubling down on the stuff that's working.
Yeah, I think what's also really important. So we kind of gave two steps here, right? The first step is, okay, you got to learn, you got to build a foundation. The second step is you have to go out there and you have to experiment, because that's how you're actually going to learn this stuff, right? Actually building scar tissue. The third thing, though, that's really important here is I got this from Caleb, who worked with the Hormozis and he worked with Gary Vee, right? And so we had a chat yesterday, and he likes to use the Eye of Sauron reference. So Lord of the Rings, right? So you have to use that Eye of Sauron to focus on one channel. If it's going to be SEO, focus on SEO. Don't try to do all these things in the beginning because you have no resources, right? If you're an agency owner and you want to grow faster, check out the Agency Owners Association that's hosted by my podcast co-host, Neil Patel, and myself. And we have other agency owners that are doing 8 figures a year. They were doing 9 figures a year. They sold their business for hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're going to share their experiences with you. There's a whole host of other benefits. And the cool thing is that there's a 7-day free trial, and you should check it out now because we're going to take the prices up. So just go to marketingschool.io/agency to learn more, and we'll see you inside. Sure, you can try to test a lot, but if you test too many things at once, you're only going to learn a little bit, right? But if you focus on one and it starts to do well, you double down, you're going to learn a lot faster. For Neil, I think in the beginning it was SEO. For me, in the beginning, it was SEO as well. Or to be more frank, it was blogging. And I torched my first site. It was lightshowvideos.com. I learned there's no TAM for that. Okay. Ranking number 1 for light show videos didn't drive any revenue at all. The second one I made was how to get rid of pimples.net. I bought a lot of dirty links. I bought a lot of crappy articles and I spun up a lot of them. So what happened? My traffic shot up to like 50,000, 60,000 a day, which is pretty damn good, right? But what happened day 2? Oh, all the traffic dropped to 0, right? So you learn your other lessons there and you take your licking because you experiment these things, but you're not going to learn experience solely through just listening to people or reading things. So that is it for today, guys. Please don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Go to marketingschool.io/agency if you want to learn more about our little agency community to help you grow faster. I think, Neil, we're actually speaking in 10 days to the community. So that's that. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.